Alrighty, we're all set and ready to go for week number 1 of the 2024 Valorant season here at WIHSEA. We got a pretty good matchup going today. We got Williams Bay versus Walden III, I believe that's how you say it. Starting on the defensive side is Williams Bay. Walden. And then on the attacking side is going to be Williams Bay. There we go. Defense, Walden. Attack is Williams Bay. So I haven't done a whole bunch of research on either of these teams, but I was looking at their ranks a little bit earlier, and it seems like it's going to be a pretty even matchup. I haven't seen either of these teams play personally, but I believe it's going to be a really fun one today, real close game. Looks like we got a little bit of a more mid and A side from Walden coming out, and then a hit off the bat from Williams Bay. These are the players we got today. We got X-Ray, Meme, Frozone, Gang, and Donald for Walden, and then Baller, Punkler, Timo, WBS, and Traff on Williams Bay. A little bit of a slower start, kind of maybe waiting out some of that util from Walden here. We got Frozone and Gang holding down the fort. Punkler and Timo look like they're pushing up a little bit. They do spot Gang and Frozone right off the bat. Still kind of just lurking up in that A main space, not taking a whole ton of space for themselves. They did get a little bit of a rotate over to A from Walden. Donald's holding down that right side of that A main. Looks like they're going to split up a little bit. Got a dart coming through that is going to scan Timo and Punkler. Oh, we got a pick coming out from X-Ray. Let's pick it up in mid. Does also get a pick on Traff. Or a little bit of damage on Traff there, who does end up getting healed by WBS.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds left in the round, and Williams Bay is not taking a whole ton of space yet. They're going to have to pick it up a little bit. Hopefully they can get that spike down on A. It is going to be a 4v2 if they take it onto that A side. It looks like Timo is going to be pushing up. Starting that fight against Frozone. Flash coming through from Gang. Gets the pick on Timo. Punkler stuck in the corner. Looks like there's not going to be enough time for them to get that plant down. Maybe they can just get a couple of picks to end off the round. Trying to knife fight Gang. Ends up with 3 on their round. No plant coming through. A good defensive hold to start the season by Walden. Let's see if Williams Bay maybe picks up the pace a little bit, tries to maybe fast hit a site here. They are going to be a little bit low on guns. Looks like WBS is probably going to be on that lurk with a judge, hoping to get a little bit of a pick, make it a easier round for Williams Bay. Somewhat normal buy coming up from Walden on the second round after a win. Let's watch this. Let's watch Donald duck up here at the top with the Guardian, Traff, and Timo pushing up there, pushing up into B main. We got Bucko has a full. This is a normal Cypher setup. Watching that B main. I don't see any cages out, but that's okay. They might get a little bit bamboozled by the trip when they hit it. And it seems like they did end up picking up that orb, getting one step closer to an ult. Smoke coming out from Gang from A, as Williams Bay does kind of keep it a little bit slower, kind of surveying where everybody's at. Do they expect this at the top of mid? They do see Gang, but and hear X-Ray. I don't know if Walden did see Baller or not. This could be huge. This could be a really big play coming out. There was a pick on Traff in B main. Donald Duck maybe gonna get another pick here on the Teemo. WBS with the Judge. Not really a long range weapon here. Almost a pick on Gang, but he does end up getting a pick on Baller there. Tries to TP into tiles, but ends up getting taken out by Punkler. 10 seconds left on the round. Punkler is going to be getting surrounded a little bit.
One enemy remaining.
WBS ends up getting taken out. And Punkler is heading back towards main. Maybe to try to pick up that gun left by WBS, which I think is on site though. So unfortunate end of the round. Not going to be able to save that Judge from the round earlier, making it a little bit more difficult of a buy on the side of Williams Bay. So far, pretty strong defensively by Walden. I'm not really seeing much slip ups. They're kind of not rotating super fast when they see one person kind of holding that full map control. Definitely really good control on mid, as they have two players here. This should be a full buy round by Williams Bay, but they opt to kind of save and make sure that they can fully buy next round with everybody. It looks like another hit. Maybe Traff is going to be able to... Oh, where is Traff? There we go. Traff ends up getting taken out by Meme as he hits the tripwire. Unable to take it out for his team, so it is going to regenerate. Pretty new Cypher stuff there, where it regenerates instead of just breaking after the first person. We do get a bit of a rotate and a lurk coming from Gang, who does end up missing the shot on the Baller. X-Ray taking out Punkler up B main. Let's see if this can work out for Gang and Walden. It ends up getting taken out. That could be an upgrade for Williams Bay. It's going to be a 3v4. Though they are all caught in B main here. Both shocks coming out from Donald Duck. He is going to drone out. We still got a second lurk coming from Frozone. I don't know if they expect the lurk. He did use his dog earlier. Flash gets nothing, but Baller is still there. Drops the gun, makes the noise. Frozone does know that he's there now. Opts to kind of push back a little bit. Doesn't know that he has a camera, so if he checks that camera, he will be seen. Nice shot coming out from Frozone onto Baller, and Donald Duck ends up finishing the round on Teemo. 3-0 to start the game. First round ending fully by kills instead of time here. Maybe we can see Williams Bay kind of pick up the pace a little bit, push it down fully one site. So far, we haven't seen a fully stacked site by Walden, so they would definitely have the numbers advantage there. Looks like we got a little bit of a lineup for the dart coming out from Donald Duck to start the match. Definitely an A-sided push coming from Williams Bay. Will Gang, he backs out a little bit, has the Vandal in hand. Pretty much a full buy by both teams. Frozone's flash does end up hitting something, giving them a little bit of information. They do know that some players are up B or up A main. We got the dog coming out, sees at least two. A little bit of a call coming out. We got Donald watching A main, but they do opt to go in through halls here, through alley, I believe. Will Frozone end up? He's healing X-Ray. X-Ray must have gotten hit in that fight against Baller up in mid. I didn't even see that. Did end up getting taken out. We got 3 on the side of Walden on A site. All 4 players from Williams Bay are pushing out of alley. Teemo does get to pick on X-Ray, making it a 2v4. Frozone gets 2 though. Does Frozone know that they're on the other side of that box? Donald Duck kind of bailing Frozone out there from that Judge. Good defensive hold once again by Walden III. 4-0 to start their season. Pretty even spread on both sides. We got 4 kills for 4 different players on Walden and 1 coming out from every player on Williams Bay. Pretty much the same setup coming out from Walden. With just having Cypher kind of hold down that B site with his util, and then everybody else kind of holding out that mid and A side. Looks like another similar A push, just with a little bit more of a split. Baller does not end up getting seen by that dart, so he's able to make his way up with that smoke coming out from Punkler. Frozone, Flash does not get anybody, but he does know that a few are there. Traff and Punkler end up pushing up. Flash coming out from Traff, not hitting anybody, but he does peek out. Taking up a little bit more space for his team. Looks like that flash is going to come out once again for Traff. Does he get the pick on Frozone? Frozone does not. He only gets it for just a little bit. Making it a 4v5. Three players out on site. Really good flash coming from Gang. TP's out. It doesn't end up getting the pick, but lowers him just enough for Download to come clean that up. And Frozone swings out and finishes out the round. Another really good defensive hold by Walden on that A site. Donald Duck yet to die. So same with Meme Bucket here. Doing very well so far on the econ as well. Keeping that money high. It looks like Williams Bay is gonna buy up just a little bit, just to kind of hopefully get that ball rolling and get a couple rounds under their belt to start this season 5-0. X-Ray does close the door market just to kind of make it a little harder for Williams Bay to get onto B, as they do have to somewhat go through B. Timo takes out the trip with his shock dart, so it's going to be a little bit easier for them to get onto site, not have to worry about getting stuck and trying to find that wire.
My ultimate's not ready.
We get a wall coming out from Traff here. Dart from Donald does scan a few. And that shock dart does end up hitting. Getting a little bit of chip damage onto the side of Williams Bay. Traff ends up getting taken out by Meme Bucket. All players from Williams Bay are stuck in B main. We got 2 players on flank watching that, just in case they do decide to rotate out. Timo and Punkler both very low. It doesn't look like WBS has their heal. Ends up being able to take out Gang. Does he know Frozone is there? Almost takes out Frozone, but Frozone, a little bit better weapon, a little bit better aim. Ends up taking out WBS, making it 6-0 in the first half of this first side of the map here for Walden III. So far, not too bad from either side. I did see that a couple of the players on Williams Bay are relatively new to the game, so it is understandable. Not really understanding the pace of the game, but that'll just come with time as the season goes on. Trying to use that shock dart to get rid of the trip. They don't know that it is up farther into main. WBS goes to grab that orb just to make a little bit of noise. Gets the smoke out. Baller King with a really good pick up in A. He is alone. They're taking that spike up towards Frozone here. Traff ends up getting taken out by X-Ray, and Frozone takes out Baller on the A side, leaving the spike all alone in the hands of Walden. Warranting a rotate from Williams Bay here. They are going to have to pick up that spike, less than a minute left. Due to the spike being down, Meme is able to be the only one on beat. Picks up his util so they can all rotate over. X-Ray watching A main, and we got the dog coming out from Frozone. Sees 2. Ends up concussing WBS. Frozone with the spray ends up getting Punkler and WBS, and Donald Duck finishes out the round for another really good defensive hold on the side of Walden. Pretty solid start to the game coming out from Walden III. Nothing, no real complaints. They are very good so far on knowing when to rotate and when to hold down that site. Not really letting that lurk. I like the play coming out from Williams Bay. I like the idea of having their Cypher lurk up in the middle of the round, trying to make that space onto A. did just come up a little bit short. X-Ray with the swing out ends up getting 2 and taken out by Timo, making it an early 4-3 match.
Take flight.
Donald Duck is going to
I know
drone out.
exactly where you are.
Baller King, they're now going to know exactly where they need to hit here. Do they end up hitting? They know that Cypher is in that B site alone. Do they end up going through
You
me?
will not kill my
Our
ally.
spike carrier is killed.
Oh, Timo end up getting
Spike
taken out
down
and
mid.
trapped up in mid. They got 2 players watching that spike now. Now it's down.
After hunter!
Baller King taking out Frozone though on the A side. No hits coming out from the ult on Donald Duck. 2v3.
Revealing
Very
area.
doable for the side of Williams Bay. They just need to get that spike. They got 45 seconds left on the map. Left on the round. And we'll see what they go from there. We got the cam kind of
Cage
looking
trigger.
things out. We'll see crossover to tiles from Baller King.
30 seconds left.
Smokes as well coming from Gang.
Shot dart.
WBS does get hit by that shock dart. Has the judge in hand. Not very good for long range. You're gonna kind of have to hope for.
Last
Gonna
player
have to kind of
standing.
hope for Baller King to get the people at the top. But Meme Bucket does finish out the round. 2 kills on Baller and WBS. 8-0 to start the half here. So far, haven't really seen rifles coming out from the side of Williams Bay. They do have more than enough money if they are to sell the Spectres here and get Phantoms or Vandals, which would make it a little bit easier to do a little bit more damage. We got the op coming out from Donald Duck. He's going to peek B main right away. Doesn't look like there's going to be anything contesting B main. It's more of a mid hit here. 4 people in tiles. We got 1 in mid. They're kind of flushing out, taking that top mid space, all outside market here. Can X-Ray and Meme Bucko hold down this market? A lot of hits coming out from X-Ray, but it's not able to finish any kills. Gang at the top mid does
One
end up
enemy
getting
remaining.
a 4K. Really good round coming out from Gang. Ace is stolen by Meme Bucko, but that is okay. Very, very good and strong half so far coming out from Walden III. Similar setup. 2 mid, 2A, 1B coming out from Walden. Williams Bay is leaving the spike in their spawn. They got Timo running back there. Looks like another mid hit, kind of blocking off that top mid. Maybe they can get a pick on X-Ray here if they're fast enough. Let's see, does X-Ray end up getting the picks? Baller King just missing the shots. Donald Duck also getting a kill. Trading out Baller King with X-Ray there. We got Donald and Meme Bucko watching mid.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Timo could make space on to B here and kind of pinch out Baller or Meme Bucko. Ends up getting hit by
Last
the
player standing.
trip. Everyone taking out mid. They know exactly where Timo is. Looks like it's gonna be another win from Walden. Blinded. Oh, going for the knife on Gang. The disrespect coming out from Walden. Just playing with their food at this point. Really hoping to see these last 2 rounds go in the favor of Williams Bay. They'll make it a little bit interesting. Really like the knives by Donald and Gang. They got some pretty good choices on the knife skin game. Looks like another mid hit coming out from Williams Bay. Maybe they can get a few picks, flush into that market. X-Ray decides to use his ult and try to peek out and get a pick. Ends up getting taken out by Trev, making it early 4-5.
Revealing area.
Can Donald Duck end up getting another pick here? Spray coming through the smoke from Baller. Hopefully to get that market pick there. Looks like they're going to end up trying to make it towards A. All they got to deal with is Frozone here, and they got pretty much a free A site. Frozone takes out Punkler and Baller, runs out of ammo and taken out by Traff. 2 on the round by Traff. They now know that most of the players are from Williams Bay are on the A site, so Walden does end up rotating over. Gang in the back of CT here, ready to flash, blinds and peeks out. Not able to see anything while coming out from WBS. Not maybe able to make it through with that wall, but both players are scanned.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, beautiful double peeks by Donald and Gang there, taking out both of their respective
Last
targets.
round in the
Kind of
half.
trapping them in that corner. It was a really good dart coming out from Donald as well. 11-0 on the half. Maybe they can make it a flawless 12-0 half to start the season. That would be pretty nice for Walden. And we'll just have to see how that goes. So far, looks like it is going to be that way. But in the game of Valorant, you never know. Baller looking to put down that cam, kind of get a little bit of info in tiles and mid. Donald with the dart, not going to be able to tag anything. And it looks like a really big push by Gang. Gets a little bit of damage. Flash coming out from Traff. Peeks out and punishes Gang for the push, leaving just Frozone on that A side. The dog comes out and kind of keeps him at bay, allowing time for Donald and X-Ray to push up a little bit. Seeker's coming out as well, understanding that there are at least 3 players up that A side. Traff on the left side, hopefully to get a pick on Donald. Doesn't look like he's going to get taken out. X-Ray with 2
Spike
picks
down
up
A.
alley. Left with 23 health though, very low. 1 shot to Punkler's Vandal. Oh, both very low. 1 shot coming up from Punkler, or from X-Ray onto Punkler. Baller getting left alone in a 1v4 situation. 36 seconds left. Position is known by Meme. Can he get this pick?
Buried.
Making it a 1v3.
30 seconds left.
They do know
Everyone
where
hiding.
Baller King is. I don't think he has enough time. He's going to have to just start pushing. Donald Duck watching his
Cage trigger.
exact location. Gets a pre-fire in, but does not hit. X-Ray on top of the box. Gonna get taken out by Baller.
10 seconds left.
Not enough time to run and grab that spike, unfortunately. Looks like it's gonna be a flawless half coming from Walden. Really good defensive stands on both sides there, and especially up mid. Especially when all 5 Williams Bay players would make it up to mid.
Switching sides. Match
Let's
point.
see if they can keep that momentum going, or maybe Williams Bay will use their defensive sided. They do have a more defensive sided composition here. So we got red team is going to be Walden now, and the blue team is going to be Williams Bay. With that Sage and Cypher combo, they are going to be able to lock off one site from multiple directions. You know, you got that Cypher to block off the main entrances with the strips, and you also have Sage with her wall able to block off, especially in these pistol rounds. That wall does take a lot of damage. B main trip and a little bit of the slow coming out from the side of Williams Bay, but it does look to be an A hit. We got 2 players from Williams Bay holding down that site. 1-for-1 trade
Spike
coming
down
from Donald
mid.
Duck. Baller King ends up taking out Meme and gets taken out himself, warranting a little bit of a rotate. We do got a pretty big flank coming out from Traff. If he can get this pick on X-Ray, that would be huge. X-Ray with a little bit better aim end up able to take out Traff, making B wide open for the side of Walden. Looks like they're going to be able to pretty easily get that spike down. Just clearing the site, making sure nobody's there. It is 4v3 though. Everybody at full health. Some at full shield, some not due to heals. And yeah, we'll see how this retake goes from WBS and Timo and Punkler. X-Ray getting 55 damage done onto WBS, who is pushing down, able to take out X-Ray, not
Last
able
player
to
standing.
get down on the spike there. Donald Duck taking out WBS and Punkler, and ends up getting taken out.
Attackers win.
Or Teemo ends up getting taken out the gang. A full flawless coming out from Walden to start the season. What a beautiful game by both sides. Definitely some improvements needing to be made, but that is okay. It is the first week of the season. These early matches, they may seem a little one-sided, but as the season goes on, we're definitely going to see a lot more of those closer games as teams get to learn these maps a little bit better, learn what characters they're more comfortable on, and all of that jazz. Very good game coming out from Walden. Very strong start to the season, and I look forward to being able to see more out of both of these teams as the season progresses, seeing how how that LAN tournament goes at the end of the year. But this is going to wrap it up today for our Varsity Valorant Game of the Week for WIHSEA. I would like to thank everybody for for tuning in. I am once again Triska or Logan, and I'll be back on Thursday with the JV Game of the Week. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week.